I'm Brandy, and today is Mystery Monday, so we'll be playing some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Hi, Grey Armor. Hi, Theta Civilian. Hi, Hanksy Pixie. Hi, Jason. Hi, David. How you guys doing? Hope everything's going well. Wait, she just stares into the distance. Wait, what's going on? Also, hello. Doing good? That's good to hear. Jump scare? Oh, yeah. Immediate jump scare right off the bat. Just ignore the figure behind me. Alright, so let's get back into it. Trying to remember what happened last time. I believe Maggie Bird is in trouble again for murder, which is a huge issue. Wait, will I have a stiff neck today? It's really annoying. Oh no, hope it gets better or feels a little better soon. Especially when I sneeze, it hurts like hell. Oh jeez, that sucks. Alrighty. So Maggie apparently worked at this establishment and poisoned someone. So that's fun to find out. Wait, are you really friendly or are you acquaintance? In disguise. No, I swear I'm friendly. Oh no worries, it's probably gone by tomorrow. Oh, hopefully. Oh, doing alright. Heading to work in about an hour and a half. Alrighty, thanks for stopping in. Okay. So, I don't know if we talked to this man. We did. But now, we have the magnetoma that you stole. So let's attempt... Wait, did I go through this last time? I can't remember. Did I break you? Are you really... in... Wait, are you in really fierce competition with Friend F? Who could say? Oh, is someone a little nervous now? I got 3 locks. What is happening? Whoa! Hi, Mr. Swiss Cheese. Wait, can you believe I'm still here? I cannot, and I'm very grateful that you're still here. And thank you so much for resubscribing. I appreciate it. Wait, you didn't take him down? Apparently not. Alright, let's take you down, Armstrong. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. Wait, but did you talk to chat with the magnetoma? I did not. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? You're clearly lying, sir. Hello. I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? What? That was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket. Wait, did you kill this man over a lottery ticket? As usual, I'm working and on break. Also, for some reason, the building's fire alarm is making a loud ticking noise. Did anyone check on the alarm? Perhaps there's something that shouldn't be inside of it? Oh boy. The man who died here had a lottery ticket for $500,000. $500,000? Oui. But after the incident, this ticket... Okay, yes. It disappeared. Wait, not my job. Also, it's very annoying. Oh, I'm sorry you have to deal with it. But hopefully it's just normal for a fire alarm to do that, and it's not an extra feature. Wait, sounds normal to me. Amazing French accent, thank you. He's been stealing, poisoning the food with his perfume, and carries a mountain of debt. Yep, exactly. This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Okay, but that was your goal instead, mister. Ah, the sparkle has disappeared from your eyes. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Melissa Alors, you've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. And I want to know the reason why. No, Michel. You doubt me. But I have confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong. The $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. Do you want to clue me in on that, Phoenix? Because I don't have that information. Okay. Well, I call lies. Yep. Okay, I don't think it's Maya. She wasn't working here when the incident happened. Mia's dead. Godot, he enjoys his coffee too much to have substandard coffee. Dick Gumshoe does in fact need money, but he's overworked. He wouldn't have time to do this. I mean, we're literally defending Maggie, so she probably didn't take it. I think that Gene Armstrong is probably the most likely candidate. The victim can't technically steal his own lottery ticket, but it could have been on his body, and it left with him. Or it could be Victor Kudo because he was actually there. And he was talking about having money. Or coming into money. The chef steals. I'm gonna say, if we exclude the victim himself, 50-50 on the chef or, like, the old guy. I'm gonna try the chef. Oh, victim got a sand scare. Sweet. The scouter? Yep. He's an alien! Wait, did you save? I did not. But I mean, we literally just started, so if something happens, I can reload. I'm gonna pick... Okay, so... Like you were saying, Armstrong seems to be someone who has a tendency to steal. But perhaps it did disappear before he could get his hands on it. But he's still in business. Would he have used it to pay off his debt? Okay, let's just try with him first. I just have this bad feeling. Wait, do the chef, then the homeless guy. Yeah. It was you! Oh. Mr. Armstrong. I believe there's a very high probability that it was you. Well, the music did stop, so I'm creeping up to 60 to 40% here. Ah! Oh, okay, I guess we're right. Have we got it? I think so. Wow, that is one piercing scream, even for a man like him. Mais por qué moi? Por qué? God, don't do this to me. Por qué kilo? We're skipping that. Why? You have no evidence. I am not mystique. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. Uh-oh. Okay, let's think about this. I'm gonna assume that it's the magnetoma. But just in case, let's think about this. This magazine has nothing to do with it. Job listings was from the old man. Disgusting food has nothing to do with it. So, what was weird was the sports paper was hidden. But I don't know if that pertains to, like, proof of him stealing. It did have information. It could be the hiding of evidence, which might be useful later. Yeah, Maya's necklace. Yeah, magnetoma is in his kitchen. Yeah. Canadian can't fresh shaking my head. No. So Jean's debt is $500,000. The owner of the loan is tender lender. So that doesn't prove anything. Okay, Scooter has nothing. Wait. Convicted before a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. Wait. The testimony of Victor Kudo? Is that? Oh, no. Or is this too soon to use it? It doesn't say anything about stealing. Victor, why don't you just give me a paragraph? Okay, I'm gonna try the magnetoma. And then... Oh, recovered in the kitchen. Okay. Let's try that. Maybe use the card, and then I have a feeling that this paper is gonna come up at some point. Ha! Uh-oh. We? Perhaps duck would be nice. A Ternay, maybe? Sorry? I was just thinking about my lunch menu. Terrine de Canard? What do you think? That sounds lovely. I know. Au revoir, monsieur. I must go to buy les ingrédients. I guess my evidence is a bit of a lame duck. I am not messing... Okay. Alright. Let's go through this again. What are you thinking? Well, apparently that was not the correct thing, even though it seems like it is. Let's try this. A witness, perhaps? Oh, it was this. Of course it was this. What is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur. You know me so well. I adore poems. Please read it. And put some feeling into it. Convicted before a wicked man or woman. Repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong. But you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Ooh. Yep, I do. Mon Dieu! What? Mensonage? God, this is... I'm butchering this. You are the liar. You deny it? Do not make false accusations, s'il vous plaît. So you do. So do you have any proof? I want to see the incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. Okay, now... Wait, having fun voice acting, kind of. Thank you. Okay, the magnetoma. This has to be it, because, like... There's no other... This has to be it. Okay, I just had it out of order. It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my Magna Telma. You would know. You found it in my pocket. And I found it in your kitchen. No! Yay! Yeah. Well, that scream just about broke my some windows. I have a weakness for the little trinkets and the figurines. And it just slips out. I can't stop it. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? It is the truth. I am a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Okay? Besides, this time it was not a small trinket, It was 500,000 or $500,000. May I know why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. I will now listen to E on company time. Gotta lurk. Okay. Thank you so much for lurking. He doesn't look like a little girl. Really? Now? No, monsieur. Oh, monsieur. What is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you are in desperate need of a large amount of cash? Aha! I had a feeling this would come up. Let alone little. This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Yeah. Well, Mr. Armstrong, do you have what do you have to say for yourself now? This poor Rose is taking a beating. Yes! I have broken your spirits. Alright. So, Maggie's motive. Thank you. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to the radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. Okay. So clearly, instead of using the sales scouter, it was in fact a simple radio with an eyepiece. Oh boy. Your name is on there. No, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about. The winning number was announced on Le News, I think. All of a sudden, it exploded. Ah! Exploded? Yes! $500,000 is routed. And the ticket? He had all of his ticket spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee. No! No. Oh no, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? Well, you're famous. Yep, he exploded, yep. And the victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, por qué he had so many of them? Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No. This is not true. Okay. He also helped herself to transfer. Oh, sorry. I did not take it. Let's take it for half a million. I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. Miss no, Mafel? Mafil? It was not. That's enough. Huh? What? Oh. Great. It's so good to see you. Mr. Goodell? What in the heck are you doing here? Ugh. This is, without a doubt, the worst coffee I have ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He came in here for coffee? Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I am no, just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So, the ticket he took was worthless? Yes. Godot added again with his coffee. Yep. Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see? I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket, then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so... We'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Oh, no. Voila! You too. Time to laugh at le pretty airhead. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Victor's note thrown into the trash. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway. We can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this. And certainly not again. We speak coffee riddle and I don't understand. Tan bean? She also confuses me. Okay, let's double save, make sure we're good. We're at full health by some miracle. Okay, January 7th, 9:48 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? I mean, it should have been obvious. But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie! Detective! Ah! Detective Gumshoe! Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? Oh boy. 3 times save. Aw, no, I've only saved twice. As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger! And you! Yes? You'd better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective! You're on our side for once, right? Yep. So, you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I've got the situation under control. Wait, yeah, you don't forget to eat well. Oh, that is true. Thank you. Thank you for a reminder. Wait, bro gumshoe, don't you think she is out of your league? Oh, jeez. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay. We're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? Sure, but come back. Shouldn't we thought we were gonna work this out. You're gonna tell me what you were gonna say in advance. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Should we make a plan for it? Exactly. Let's sit down for like 5 minutes, please. Tell me what you're gonna do. Okay, courtroom number 4. You're doing the trial now? Exactly. Exactly. It's a huge problem. It is way too soon. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. God. Cup number 1. Bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I address you in the previous trial, your response was, "You is talking to me?" That was a little, well, intimidating. No. That wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now. Is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please? Yep. Wait, 1 cup? The hell? I know. This trial, it's way too fast. Here we go. Clown court in session. Mr. Trite. Whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you I'm the real Phoenix Wright. Please. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. I studied law! That's what I intend to find out. Actually, I cannot confirm that Phoenix has studied law. Wait, the phony made Phoenix look really bad. Yep. Are Japanese trials always this weird? I don't think they are. I hope. I'm not certain. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. Why do I feel like Phoenix accidentally, like he was having like a cup of coffee and he tripped and he just splashed coffee on this man's face and he didn't and he was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," like. And then the man just ran away and he's like, "Oh, well," right? And he just continues on with his existence. And Godot, meanwhile, is like working out a plan for vengeance. It's like, I will crush this man in court. I will take away everything that he loves. Puts on the mask that he forged in his basement. And he drinks coffee as a reminder. Oh, I'm ready for this backstory. As anyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Wait, this is why he drinks coffee, exactly. Cheesy mustard. It's not like I would do that to anybody. I don't drop coffee on people. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. Oh, okay. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Yeah, you don't forget to eat. Wait, sorry, I'm rereading stuff. X to down. X. You can keep pressing it. All you like. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Hello. Please come, Shu. Don't look so grim. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness? State your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation Dick Gumshoe. Are you okay, buddy? Do you need a minute? Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigations tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Wait, he is just nervous. Yeah, the poor guy. Yes, sir. The victim's name was... Oh, God. Glenn... Elg? Elg? Oh, God. I hope it's Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screen Incorporated, a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. You got it. Oh my god, thank goodness. The court accepts this into evidence. Glenn's autopsy report added to the court record. Oh, died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Who? Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. It's a big window. Alphabet changed the F2G. Okay. And here on the floor, plans of... Wait, and here are the 4 plans of the restaurant. So you got it. Okay. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the, by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. Potassium cyanide? Is that in perfumes? You know, I don't know. That would be concerning if it was. It doesn't sound good. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. That is strong poison. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef. He always has his seeds. And a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. Hi. Ash and welcome. That chef is somehow buff and fat at the same time. That is true. it still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Tres bien, floor plan, added to the court record. Alright. I wonder. I also wonder, where was everyone situated? The chef in the kitchen? Like, where was Victor sitting? Like, could he actually see the table? Or could he see... Actually, I'll pull up the plan afterward. You know, I've come here because I kind of want some help on something new I've discovered. Oh, okay. Come, detective. Take up this hammer. A hammer. And nail the defense coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Sure, why not? I mean, don't seeds have, like, a certain element in it? Wait, what? Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. Okay, Gumshoe. Don't screw this up. We're working together. Remember that, please. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. False! Objection! We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Ooh. Wait, there's a strange channel on YouTube with like 2.62k subs already. You see the videos, they have a strange videos featuring a funny little demon spine guy with a bell. Okay. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. Help me out here. It's called Follow the Belt. Wait. Oh, okay. Damn it, Gumshoe. Objection, speculation, exactly. Wait, I forget to tell you, or I forgot to tell you the name. Oh, okay. Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Disgusting. Classy lady. Wait, what? Utilizing coffee to its fullest potential as a death machine? The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around, is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me! Okay. Let's think about this very carefully. So when the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. Objection! That is false. Bring out the camera. Wait, the camera? Exactly why I don't drink coffee. It'll hide poison. Exactly. Wait. Oh, hi, Shoma. How's it going? Are you doing good? That's good to hear. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Okay, so before we get into it, I want to go over... We just got the floor plan. Okay. So... Let's see here. So, the victim was over here, and this was their table. So, if Victor was seated here, he would have only had the view of the kitchen. Unless he turned his head, at which point he would have seen... Like, really turned, he might have seen, like, this table. If he was here, he would have had a view of the person sitting kind of like here. It would have cut off the view. So if the victim was here, I can't remember what side of the table the stain was on. but he wouldn't have seen the second person. If he was seated in either of these seats, he could have clearly seen the two people. And if he was seated up here, he wouldn't really be able to see anything or hear. So I think Victor's position was here. Perhaps. Or I'm completely wrong and I'm over-speculating this. Because otherwise, like, why did he not see the extra person? Because that would have been weird. Also, how did he not hear the extra person if it is who I think it was? Okay, so let's press on this. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? Wait, explain to me the current situation. I didn't listen. Oh, okay. So basically, a former cop by the name of Maggie Bird, ended up becoming a waitress at Tres Bien, a French restaurant. While working there, apparently she served a cup of coffee with poison in it, supposedly, and murdered someone on the premises. Now, to make matters worse, someone disguised as our defense attorney decided to defend her in court and failed miserably. So that was bad. So we were told about the incident, and we asked for a retrial of the whole thing. So right now, we're trying to figure out who actually killed one of the patrons at the restaurant and prove Maggie innocent. And there was only 2 other people there, apparently. And I was trying to figure out, because for some reason, everyone is insisting that the man who died did not have company at all. But it doesn't seem like that's actually the case. I wonder if the food sucks because the dev doesn't like French food, perhaps. Just want, specifically, are we trying to prove with the map? Oh, I was trying to figure out the position that, because there was only the regular customer, Victor. He's like this old guy that keeps coming to the restaurant. I was trying to think where he could sit so he could see the table, but not see if there was a second person. And also, the chef was there, but he insists there was one person sitting at the table. But Maggie says there were 2 people at the table. So it's this huge contradiction that was unexplained. Wait, the X on the map was like the other guy? Oh, the X on the map was the dead guy. Yeah, you got it. Wait, you gonna slap him? Perhaps? Wait, he's so desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Your testimony now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Of course, it's gonna explain the exact thing. Okay, so we gotta think diagonally then for that, yeah. I'm thinking. But I could just be pulling something out of nothing. Yeah, that's what she said. And what killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. There are 2 testimonies tie up on that. Wait, because, like, the other guy at the victim's table was behind a wall. So if Victor was at the bottom left table, Victor would just see the victim. Exactly, yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out. If it was possible for him to sit in any one of the seats and not have view of the second person. Wait, objection, speculation. The old man has to state where he was sitting. Exactly. Yeah, everything, all of this is speculation. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press it. Always press it. Well, maybe the other witness just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Trey's Bien, Trite. Oh, here we go. Objection, the old man is old, so he couldn't stand up to check on the victim. Exactly. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? How is that? Objection! Irrelevant! Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. Throw shade. Call Godot coffee is watered down. A photo of a ticket? Yeah, I'm confused by this. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. Uh-oh. The chair's in view. So hey, Demugs, how you doing? Press through it all. This is a scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place. Correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Almost after the poisoning, I think the guy left. Yeah, probably. The chair's even pushed out. Come on. Certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Also, objection! This was not in the crime record beforehand, therefore it doesn't count. Who took the photo? Yeah, who took the photo? Maybe the officer when they were examining the scene? We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Alright. Give me more information, please. He was listening to his radio, you say? Wait, Glenn Elg is as stupid as a... I see. Wait, inadmissible evidence. Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I mean, I don't know. Maybe? Let's just... Sure. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Wait, why do you make Maya sound like Toad? I don't know, it's just the voice that pops into my head when I think of her. Wait, he's not allowed any surprises. They didn't teach you that in law school either? Wait, traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. Okay. Go on. Keep pressing onward until you fail, then restart. So traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. I don't know, like maybe in the kitchen? Or like, you know, the vial that was said to be put in Maggie's apron, which is why she was arrested to begin with? Or like, you know, anywhere? Was the poison a liquid or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. Okay. Do we have the vial? Yeah, that's the other thing. We don't. We do not. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Thanks. Oh my god, what cup is this? 2? 3? Ha. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite? I put sugar, did you not? Like... God. Is that what you're focusing on? The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I'm gonna save. Just I have this bad feeling that I'm gonna press too hard and it's gonna be the end. Cup number 2? Okay, thank you for keeping count. Let's press it. Yeah. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? I mean, it was all over the tablecloth. According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was... Of course. In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Jeez. Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. Oh, is this the vial? One time Godot is gonna start that coffee drink animation and not stop taking a sip. Oh no. Also, hi Damon, how you doing? Hope things are going good. Godot is such an ass. I hope he gets kidney stones from all the coffee. Oh jeez. What piece was it again? Objection. Coffee slides over. I gotta pee. Wait. I missed that part. And also my face. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's coffee cup. Take a look at the rim. Oh, and you didn't present this. It's not usable in court. You didn't present it at a time. Objection. Yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. Number 3. Technically, Godot committed attempted murder with hot coffee water that could burn Phoenix's skin. You're not wrong. Jesus! Oh my god! It's happening so fast. Ah! I didn't get that last statement. Could you repeat that? For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Well, coffee cup added to the court record. Hey, shit, he'd be drinking the coffee. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Wait. So much new evidence that you've had 0 time to examine for a proper cross-examination? Exactly. As expected. Alright, so we found potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much and you're history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. Oh. Okay. So that is my alarm, so I will take a quick break for a few minutes, and then we'll be back, I guess, to hear more of this charade? Wait, have they not even checked the kitchen where the lethal coffee came from? That's what I'm wondering, because there was a weird vial in the kitchen. So, oh wait, sorry, I'm rereading stuff. Alright, so I'll take a quick break. I'll be back in a little bit. Alrighty, I am back. I am back and ready to continue. Oh wait, scream as loud as you can when you're back. Okay. Ah! I hope that worked, and I apologize for anyone's ears. Okay, so back into it. Got some nice warm water. You're welcome. Ah, perfect timing. Yep. Okay. So Maya was giving her 2 cents, or her 0.2. 0.2 grams. How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for what? Earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Wow, that's harsh, Phoenix. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. Alright, back to this kangaroo court. Yeah. And it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Oh, they put like 5 vials in there probably. Yep. Thank you. Uh-oh, incoming plushie. Ah. Okay, so what was the motive, and why didn't you tell me sooner? Some kind of a motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. I object to your objection. You know what my golden rule is, detective? Check out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. Are you saying she's a bad cup of coffee? Get out of here. So rude. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to check you out. Wow. You're so rude. So, stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. She was, They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it! That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. Jeez. It was a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. Wait, I thought you were on our side, Gumshoe. Exactly. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? Like, Phoenix, is that even in your mind? She's too straight-laced. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder? Of course, press it. Press it. Keep going. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared is in no way implicates my client. Huh. Uh-oh. Oh, hang on. My apologies, but I am good on viewers. Thank you. I do not need to buy cheap viewers. Thank you. And bang. Whoa. Okay. Put that away. Alright, so what were you saying, Godot? Wait, what about the old man that was there? Exactly! There were many people at the location. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. You stole it?! That bot did nothing. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search. What? Of the defendant. No, why did you tell me this, Gumshoe? This is important, man. What? This is... Everything is really not helping. Order, order. Huh. She's quite a lucky bird, our little witness. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately so I can cash it. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Wait, that was just a joke. I didn't mean it. Okay. Damn it, you had one job. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. And no one cashed it? But it feels heavier now, somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. Wait, how does the lottery ticket work? I'm wondering myself, like, it sounded like what they said earlier was he was listening to the radio. So I think he was waiting for the winning numbers. So I presume that it had numbers on it. Actually, can we look at it? It looks like a scratch ticket. Like the little section. I'm presuming... I'm making the guess that it has numbers on it, and he matched the numbers to the radio. And he shouted, I won. I think. It looks really weird. Why does it have an image of the front of a radio? Oh, yeah, that's probably what it is. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. No, that makes sense what I'm looking at. I didn't even realize that. Thank you. Okay, and that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. So I'm gonna give you my verdict and have a small meeting with the person who puts evidence into the evidence box. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. I won! Woo! Yeah, baby. Dice. There's also a matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. Again, I need to speak to the person who puts the evidence away in lockup. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren's call of money. So you can bribe him? Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. Cup 4? I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. Of course! Wait, doesn't a judge get like a whole gigantic ass salary? That would be bigger than $1 million in like 2 months? Jeez! That's impressive. Wait, he's got more evidence against Maggie? Oh, come on! This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow! That's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like poisoned coffee? It can't be blood, can it? Oh, the, the red stain. Ha. It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. Wait, if you are the real Phoenix Wright, you then be what Phoenix does, right? Wait, what? And that apron could be considered modern art with all the random colors, yep. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. That coffee. That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there is something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course. I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? Man, this guy... Might as well press it until all the new pieces of evidence are presented. Yep. A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. Ugh, wait. What if... she drank it? What if she drank it, then spat it, and died, and then the coffee she spat out went into the victim's mouth and he also died? Well, she is alive and well, but interesting theory. Plausible. Very plausible. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Oh my god, finally we got the actual vial, yep. Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Gumshoe, for the love of Pete, you had the evidence. You had the case file. Why didn't you tell me any of this? Order, order, order. The court will accept these items into evidence. It's ketchup. It's fine. Potassium cyanide. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Oh, just take your time. That's fine. Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. I mean, are you... Actually, what can you see through the visor? Does everything look red to you? Wait, you don't need to be told. Just look at it. Wait, Gumshoe, you're a terrible prosecutor and a bad friend. Wait, there's a picture of it right there. Exactly. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup. Sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. Do they have ketchup? You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Whoa! Are you blind? Can you only see the first, third, and fifth line in the eye exam? You know, I mean, if we look at his mask, that might be a possibility. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. Wait! Judge, hold it. The motive, the opportunity, the supporting evidence... They've all been clearly established. Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. There has to be something I can work with. This can't continue. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been really tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly, okay? Why is she in such a specific pose? Because she must fall elegantly. Oh, you'll be right back? Alright. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. The person who was there! You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Great. I say gather all the new evidence and use it for other witnesses. Perhaps that might be the case. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So let the fun begin. Okay, never mind. Gonna save. Just real quick. Just real quick. This is it. This is the final countdown. Okay. The crime was reported. Scary old man? Detective Gumshoe? There was an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them and seeds. Seeds. Ha. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. What? Wait, have you done the clown case yet? Actually, of course you done it. Wait, new... What? OC seed launcher? Yep. Sorry, I just came up with that. I see. Yeah, so I have beaten the clown case. I think, was that the second game? That might have been the second game. Okay, so it was, okay, yeah, something about catching it in your teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. Why is the count case like the one case closest to an actual case? No wacky shit. Wait, the clown case? I guess, wasn't it a little wacky with the killer floating away? Or was that a different one? You know, with the acrobat. Okay. I do recall the murder weapon and the when people see that time, people floating away from the scene of crimes. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Okay. Poor Maggie had passed out. Alright. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officer got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at the time. Wait, you moved her? It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I wonder why Maggie is spelled like that. I also wonder. Oh! I think it was when she was first introduced. She has a weird spelling of her name because the person she was accused of killing spelt out her name in the sand, but spelled it the correct way or the normal way, and that was incorrect. So that was one of our ways of proving that someone else who had only heard the name but had not actually known Maggie and knew how it was spelt scribbled the name down and made it look like the victim had written it in the sand or something like that. I think that's why. But I could be wrong. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. Oh, jeez, Phoenix! I missed that part. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. Gumshoe! You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Whoops. I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? Shoot, this is a murder case, exactly. The victim didn't have any identification. Go on. Please explain. Okay, he didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. Wait, how is he gonna... All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. The coffee is like $8. How is he gonna... This is... How is he gonna pay for the meal? 58 cents. Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. Oh my god. Wait, the victim got a cool little half eyeglass thingy? Yeah, it's kind of like the, what was it, the Saiyan Scouter from Dragon Ball Z or something. Except that was the radio earpiece, which is strange. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Oh, that's great. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Oh wait, you gotta head out? Well, thanks for staying as long as you can. Then have a great rest of your day. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. Like most young men nowadays, yep. Only got 58 cents in their pockets. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table, along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. Okay, we got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reasonable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Maybe we'll ask about... just ask everything. Prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well... Oh, what? What? Actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Well, did it not have the name of the prescription on the bag? Huh. Okay. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective? No, we're gonna circle back. I wanna head back to what we were talking about earlier. Speed run through this. Oh, welcome back. Wait a sec. Okay, so how were you able to identify him so quickly? Okay. So, prescription. Wait. Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Wait, what'd I miss? I think we're screwed at this point. Everything's pointing to Maggie. What did we recently get? Good chance to review. Well, Maggie was wearing an apron that has questionable stains. Poison was found in her apron, as well as the lottery ticket, the winning lottery ticket. And we found that the police identified the victim via their prescription medication, which was apparently empty when they found it. Okay, so restart. Wait, what? Okay, so I thought I could ask about two things, but I guess one of them was a dud, so I got confused. Okay, so when Maggie was searched, what happened during the search? But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah! You've nailed it, pal! It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Keep up this crazy testimony, Detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Whoa, Godot! Wait, why the hell does the screen keep shaking when he reacts? I guess it's to add emphasis to each of the points. Sorry? So trite. Someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Scumshoe causing an earthquake? Is he a god? Perhaps? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. That was it. There was nothing else missing from this crime scene. Oh. So, the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But, wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh, yeah. The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh? Wait, the clicking is getting up? Oh, no! Is it getting louder? Is it getting close together in between the clicking? Someone really needs to check out that fire alarm. Oh, they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, Detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. Oh, what clicking? Oh, at Mr. Swiss Cheese. Oh God, I can't speak. At Mr. Swiss Cheese's work, there's a fire alarm that's making a very suspicious clicking noise. Ah, thank you for the explanation. I'm concerned. I hope it's not anything bad. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is gonna hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Jeez, Phoenix! Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe! Be the dumbest you've ever been! Oh, great. Okay. Okay. Phoenix is gonna... Oh, jeez, so harsh. Okay, so let's think about this exactly. So... Oh! The sports paper! They just said that nothing was missing, but the sports paper was missing, and I was the one who found it. Okay, that's something. Scooter autopsy. Okay, there's no real contradictions in regards to the time, I don't think. I can't really do anything with the map. Or this. Or that. Okay, so the question is, was the medicine stolen? Actually, there was a strange vial found in the back of the kitchen that was different from the other perfumes. So I think we need to bring up the fact that this medicine might have been missing, as well as this sports paper. No, several fire alarms. My workplace is ticking. Oh, geez. Also, I think it's getting faster too. Has no one come by? That's really concerning. Okay, let's go through this to the last statement. Okay, there was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Present. Okay, here we go. Sports paper. Uh-oh. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related? It's related. They are. Are they? Not at all. No, it makes sense. Miss Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Okay. I'll let this one slip, but I was completely right on this. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Yeah, I wonder what maintenance people are doing. Yeah, that is concerning. Fixing the other alarms? Hopefully? They're making their way around? Okay, so... And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the scene of the crime. Okay. You wanted the medicine. Okay. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh! Finally! I'm getting all anxious, just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime? Later? Oh, hi, Steve the Wizard. How you doing? No, they didn't. Aha! The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal! Indeed. Consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness. Why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? He wasn't there! Bro, did Armstrong just steal someone's meds? I think so. I actually think that was the case. I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison. And the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared? The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Order! Order! Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Huh. That's all. What? Did you not think of that? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? Of course. New year... with the words... Learnological clinic? Ear doctor? Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Oh, this is an ear thing. Wait, doing right. Also, Tribulations is French. The S is Tribulations? My bad. Okay, good news. The maintenance people are now working on it. Nice. That's good to hear. 5th cup of coffee? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. Okay. Also, you keep saying it's an earpiece, but it doesn't go in his ear. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Wait. Oh, ear, nose, and throat. Okay. Don't worry if the fire alarm goes off. It's because of maintenance, unless there is a really convenient fire. That's concerning. Wait. Damn, this just got interesting. Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. Okay, maybe not the other vial we found, because that seemed liquidy? What? Why was it missing? It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes! Here it is! In very, very fine print. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Ugh. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Push the medication as you leave it? Okay. Unnecessary save again? Push it. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? Someone stole it! But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. Don't object the judge! That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However, insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. Oh. Otoscope is what they use to look in the ear. If that's easy to remember, larynx is the breathing tube, and the nose is connected to that. Okay. I see. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. Sorry. It hardly seems like that a prescription drug could contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems like that. Hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served could contain it either. But it did! The possibility is undeniable. What is even happening now? Why are you smoking? I didn't drop anything significant. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Do you need something? You're smoking. Mr. Godot? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Maya, we're gonna need you to call Mia for a second. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay! Good job, Nick! Objection! I call in the chef. Yeah, exactly. The court will now adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. I know words. Huh. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Wait, hold it. I'm a little bit confused by what you said here. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. When did you consume 11 cups of coffee, sir? I only saw the cup slide like 5 or 6 times across the table. Okay. Court is adjourned for a recess. Also, that's concerning because if you only have 6 coffee cups left, and that one witness took 11, that means this trial is going to end very soon. Okay, January 7th, 11:03 a.m. Lobby number 1. Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up. Oh, jeez. Also, thank you so much for the follow. Francisca Von Karma, I hope I said that right. And welcome. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's gotta do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurts this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. He's standing right behind you, isn't he? Wait, Bird is adorable. Oh, that is very true. I feel so bad for her going through this. Poor Gumshoe. So, the next witness is gonna be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo, lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you gonna be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. I don't know about that. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Can they, like, get the bailiff to take that away? Have you seen the Ace Attorney anime? I have not. I'm assuming it's good. I just got this feeling. Okay, it is now 11:15. We're back in courtroom number 4. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Especially the hot boiling coffee. Yep. Can we just all remove all form of weapons from this? Why is he allowed his seeds? Name and occupation, if you don't mind. Oh, this is gonna go well. The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me, mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too. We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell us, tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Gah! Listen, youngin'. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? What? Kimono embroidery? That's what I can do, or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime? Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. Okay. Interesting. Wait, they can't get the bailiff to take Von Karma's whip from her? Why would he take something that's not a weapon? That's true, but I really feel like the bailiff's gotta step up his game, because this is getting pretty bad. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness. Were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh, yeah. I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are? Okay. I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all. Okay. Then please, tell the court. We're all ears. Sure. I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. Okay, here we go. I'm sure this will all run smoothly. What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. True. The serving girl brought him a Javachino. Incorrect, it was a coffee. But she put something in it. The man took one zip of it, looked like he was in trouble, or it looked like he was in terrible pain, I can read, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there, in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. A man of little words. I appreciate that, but also not great. Mr. Cadeau, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Hack! You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones, Newfangled. All this talk of radios and glasses. It's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me? Wait, rumor has it he's secretly learning to use a bullwhip to keep chat in line. Oh, jeez. I swear, that's not true. Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Okay. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination. Miss Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Please, no. Okay. How many seeds are going in my eyeballs today? Okay, reading the paper. Can you elaborate on that? What the young man was doing? So you saw the victim, then? You saw Mr. Glenn Elg? I wanted to know if Gutstein Braun retained his championship or not. Oh, so you spoke to him. Okay, Grandpa, time for a nap. I swear it's not true. Well, some people were disappointed that you're not... Wait, what? So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question... There are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what if there are? If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at the table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? Uh-oh. Ka! I got to that place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at. You mean you go there to eye the witness? Oh yeah, that's right. You do go there to eye the witness. The serving girl brought him a Javachino. Okay. Elaborate, please? Imagine sitting. Yep. Sitting to enjoy your Javachino. Waitress, not witness. Oh, shoot. My bad. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress. And I saw what the serving girl put into the Javachino as well. But I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not gonna like it. Let's press it. Oh boy. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask that the witness add that what he knows about this to his testimony. I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. There's no question about it. She was very conspicuously putting some white powder in there. Okay. White powder. Did she really put that into the coffee? You doubt me, boy? She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. Couldn't she have been adding sugar? Sugar? In a small brown little bottle like that? Like that. Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? Ha. A bottle like this, perhaps? Don't show him the bottle! Godot, don't you understand how this works? We get him to describe the bottle incorrectly so we can prove that he's lying. Jerk. Why are you like this? Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume? So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Ugh. Okay, took one zip and collapsed. Oh, okay. So that's my alarm. So I will take another quick break and I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll, I don't know, hopefully get something from this. She's going to jail, isn't she? Be back in a little bit. Alrighty, I am back and ready to continue. So, let's see here. So the man took one zip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. Alright, so let's press this. Okay, he took one zip. You youngins. You waste everything. You take one sip of poison coffee and you don't finish it? What's wrong with you? These Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died. Of course. Congratulations, you have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom. So it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible. Oh yes, he slumped over without so much a twitch. Huh. How fast does it actually work? I felt the Javachino. I just drank turned sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress? I presume she... Okay. And press. You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress? Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry? You could see all the way up to her, you know, her practically naked in that uniform. She's practically naked. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. We've got to keep yourself. You got to keep yourself together. Wait, I noticed Dee's outfit. Oh, thank you. Jeez, wait, she wears it most streams. Yeah, I guess I got a bit carried away. Ka! There are other things I'd recognize about her too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press it. Press it hard. Let's go. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you add them to your testimony. Sure. Okay. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose. Okay. There is a ribbon in her hair. Also, unfortunately, I gotta go. Alrighty. Thanks for staying as long as you can. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, I'm gonna check the apron. It doesn't help. I noticed the hair in either. Oh, thank you. Wait, isn't the outfit in evidence? It is. I don't see apron straps. I assume it's on the back, right? Well, we'll press on it and see what happens. Wait, he noticed that the apron was loose, but didn't notice any stains? Yeah, that's a good point. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all, her face? Ka! As if I wouldn't remember that. The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right! I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt that he remembers the witness pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Ask about the straps. Ask about the waitress's back. I mean, this is not where I was wanting to go. I guess he didn't see her from the front? Huh. About the straps. Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in the straps. Why is that? What? The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. What's the fascination? Fascination. Stop it. I'm breaking this man. Let me break him. People have all kinds of fetishes, Trade. We don't need to embarrass the witness. Thank you, Godot. Listen, you young upstarts. I haven't got some sick strap fetish. Sounds like you do. Is there any relevance to the witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright? I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps. I said I've got a strap. I haven't got a strap fetish. How many times do I have to repeat myself? Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo, and make it strapless. Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do that? Well, he probably had his eyes on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress? I guess. She makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo really saw was Maggie. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. Wait. He noticed the apron was loose, but didn't notice... Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry. I read that before. But... oh, it got through! Okay. So let's go back to the straps. Maybe. I don't know if this is gonna work, but... Do you not notice, like, the apron? Oh, God. Gotta ask about her back. Oh, shoot. Your Honor, do you think... what do you think about the witness's statement? Not sure I follow you. It clearly, contradicts the, I thought... I don't sound very sure, Mr. Wright. Objection denied. Ugh! I know it's right. I know it's right. It has to be right. Oh, shoot. Alright. Let's go all the way back. He contradicts her own testimony. Exactly. Okay. Press. So, I'll quickly go through this. Discuss this man's fetish. Ask about the back. The identifying features you described are all things you could see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Huh. He's got you there, Gramps. Thank you, Godot! For once. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. but this witness testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment! I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Okay, sir. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. If I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll be even longer, I bet. There we go. There wasn't anything interesting that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. Oh, not the stains, the noticeable stains? You didn't find anything to be distinct about what... But what did you... Oh my god. You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the waitress's face, or witness's face, yes? The what? Waitress's face? No question about it. Nothing from the front, exactly. Also, hi, Sunny, how's it going? And thank you for resubscribing. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This has turned into a matter of pride for old CD now, I guess. I wonder if he really did see Maggie's face or not. Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it? Pardon me? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress? I guess. She makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. That's what we have to figure out. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. Okay, so let's go back to the last statement about the front. Okay, now we present the apron. Did you not notice the giant ketchup stain and coffee stain? Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. Ha! That filthy little thing would suit, filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that, Thank you. But what if chat was here to have eyes on E the whole time, but not the game? Could she be wrongly convicted of a viral murder the same way? Uh-oh. Hopefully not. Well, you half-witted clot! Are we getting it? Are we getting it? Is it happening? Do we understand what's going on? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant, or is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning? Huh? And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before, yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Witness! You can't just say whoops! You can't just whoops your way out of this. Huh. Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. What cup is this? How many cups have you had so far? Is this your first? Listen, Trite. Here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird? Exactly. And when the one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Cadeau. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. Can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what a burger a customer wanted. He can't remember. Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Cadeau. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Okay. Guess we're moving on. It was another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. Little fidget Wait, the little fidget picked up... What? Picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. So his left hand? He brought it up with his left hand? Okay. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. How are we gonna handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. Just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Okay. Broken glasses. Go on. Spectacles? Dark, glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye, but I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance. Huh? We better come up with something sharp and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. Okay. Alright. Tell me about the paper. The newspaper was the sports paper, was it? That young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting, Oh, fidget. Okay. Got confused. How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that wrestling going on? I need to find out if, Gutson Braun retained his championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own? What are you looking at me like that for, How dare you judge me? Gutson Braun, got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. Good job, Maya. Kick-a-mollies down. Was listening to the wireless. Okay. The wireless? The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. And using an earpiece? It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? What are you looking at me like that for, How dare you feel sorry for me? Ah! Oh! Please stop, sir. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. Okay. You mean the waitress who you saw from behind, right? You're one of those, aren't you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from the behind? My eyes don't lie. Ah! Woo! Stop. Better not push it until we've got some hard evidence. Oh. Hi. Real Branda? Or Banda? Hope I said that right? The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a zip. Let's go. It's me, Real Panda. I was wondering. Change your name or username? You changed my name. Wait, I changed your name? How? What? It's freehand. Oh, me. Okay. Yes? Which hand was that? Wait. Okay, I might be able to catch him here. I changed my name. Ah, I see. Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the paper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his right, then which hand was it? Ah! Ah! Wait, you call me Panda? Alright. Hello, Panda. Ha. Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands. Who could say? We don't know. Yeesh. I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. I guess we need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do. Even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. Hey! Oh no. What game is this? Oh, this is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. So it's the 3rd game of the trilogy series. I take offense to that. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So what contradiction in his statement is there? Let's see. Okay, let's think about the evidence right now. So, I think the first 3 items are relevant. Okay, so the sports paper left by the victim. Doodle is in victim's handwriting. So, does this imply the victim is left-handed? Maybe not. If you're right-handed, you could write down. But then, if he's writing... He wasn't just reading the paper, he was writing in it. I don't know if that's relevant. Let's keep it in mind. Job listings aren't relevant. Food details. The loan is not relevant. The scooter's not relevant. The autopsy. Can't read it. Floor plan. Photo of the scene. Actually, that might help. I don't see the paper. The sports paper. And the cup is knocked over. It looks like he might have used it in his left hand, but I can't say for certain. So that doesn't help. The cup. The cup. Okay. And when you're drinking coffee, right? And you're drinking it with your right hand. The handle would be towards the right, and you would take a sip, and therefore the print would be in this orientation. But if you drank it with your left hand, the quote-unquote free hand, it would be flipped around the other way, and the lip mark would be on the opposite side of the cup, and the handle would be pointing to the left. Okay, that's it. That's definitely it. Okay. Where's about? Okay, picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. So let us present the cup in question. Present. Yes! Haha! I logicked out of this! Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. The what? Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Ka! What is this, kindergarten? Hold it. But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there is a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Gah! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness better... Wait! Sorry? What? If you think I'm gonna stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong! I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony? That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh, yes. No question. I'm a good, law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hot bot that you and spiky-haired Yahoo who are at fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man! Old man! Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've gotta say! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Kudo! This is already kangaroo court. We don't need this to be any worse. This is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Okay. Keep eating those seeds, I guess. Left hand or right hand? Okay, the boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. That's the other thing. Wasn't it mentioned that he was taking medicine for his left ear? Wait! If he blew his eardrum in his left ear and then had the earpiece, he wouldn't have heard the radio. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. Then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. Do you know the difference between left and right, sir? Isn't his lens on his right eye too? Well, okay, from our perspective, the lens is on the right and the headpiece is on what we see as the right. But if we flip around, that's his left side. Right? Okay, wait. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. Okay, so that's definitely confirmed. So he picked up the coffee in his left hand, which would be weird. And never mind, left eye. Okay. This is confusing. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor, often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? Yes, sir. The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an AMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HD, TV, DVD, CD, these are all newfangled letters. Drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth. So, are you saying he flipped it over to the other side? Because how else would he hear? It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. Those are the facts. In good old black and white. Pardon me. Okay. So do I have anything? Okay, so we can't see from here. Maybe the prescription? That's the only thing I could think of. But how do we even bring this up? Wait, did I press this? Okay, I should probably just press it and see how this goes. Because I feel like we could bring up the prescription. So the victim was wearing an HMD. HD, TV, CD, DVD, what does it matter? It was none of them actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side? No question. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Yeah. That's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. Because he would had to have been from on the opposite side. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. Okay. Kept fiddling with it all the time. Okay. Got it. Once he confirms it was the left side, I guess. Yeah. Seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenn Elg. It's getting on my nerves. Rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. Then he went and made all the fuss dying from one sip of Javachino. I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked. So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. Okay. Just before picking up the cup. So if it was on the left side, he would have been fiddling with it, right? The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with? You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket. Or fasten your left cuff with your right hand. And then the tour guide says, oh, your right side, you'll see the famous blah blah. You're the only one who deliberately looks left, well, aren't you? No, I don't mean... Obviously, you used the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Okay, just confirming. Ow! 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 So, if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. Okay. And he used the same hand to pick up the cup of coffee, his left hand. Okay. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. That's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you try to play on me. It looks like he really did see the guy picking the cup up with his left hand. This is a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right. Then chuck evidence at him until he breaks. Jeez, that's harsh. But if he's not lying, then there wouldn't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? Okay, so I think the key is a statement here. He's fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup. Maybe... Okay, I'm gonna save because I'm getting close to the end. How dare he have hands? Okay, let's present the prescription and see what happens. Oh! I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. They're separate! So, the earpiece could only have been in the right ear. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of the fact that Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Eh? Traces of the medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't hear in that ear. Is that true? Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Oh, you're going to jail. You said we could lock you up. I'm not having that stricken from the record. Order, order, order. This witness testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims that the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot? Ugh. Drink that last cup of coffee. A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in a cup. Or in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. That's right, new cup of coffee. Let's go. Captain, are you calling me a drop? A drip? Okay, this is the victim's coffee cup, in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's not possible. That's what the old man saw. Don't you try to add this in here. He had one zip and died. Impossible. The witness had already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one zip of the coffee. That's right. Drink your last cup. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. Elg drank the poison coffee. Like this. Jeez. Sadly, Mr. Doe, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness' memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Don't spit that at me. I already have first-degree burns from the first cup. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from here. I want him to go run up. I'm ordering the defense and prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Hold it! What? Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you? Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now. But there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? Also, hello, Phoenix Wright, and welcome, Sukudo. I agree with you, let's go. Actually, let's put this trial on hold. Let Maggie out just for, like, under observation, you know? And then we'll confirm. Giving me time to gather the evidence in the meantime. To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, anyway, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. Okay. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much quicker. I can't believe this is happening. Ha ha ha! You better get ready, youngster. I get the picture. Just quit throwing these seeds at me, would you? He's got to be using some sort of infinite ammo code with the box of seeds. Oh no. Okay, final showdown. What do you got? Hit me. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javicino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke and the... Okay. Strips of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, Hold it. E, would you throw plushies? Wait, E would throw plushies if she was on the witness stand? Maybe? Who could say? You have no proof. That is a lie, sir. The vase is still there. But why? Oh, shoot. Was there anything on the floor? Because he might not be wrong. Okay. My theory is that there might have been 2 cups of coffee. And maybe that's why he got confused by hands and stuff like that. So did someone else get poisoned? His shoes are on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur? Sorry, I got kind of confused. His shoes are on the floor. Okay. Turn things upside down, Okay, let's hear it. Is that it? Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. You doubting me again? You doubting a poor defenseless man? No, you're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah. So what, probably? That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain. That's why that's all you can think of. Okay. Very well, Miss Wright. Your final cross-examination, please. Okay, well, I'm confused as to what's going on. Because I feel like you're not crazy. Like, nothing. Okay, let's just press the first statement. The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo. Noisy brat. I'm warning you. I'm more savage than a macho man right now. You won't beat me with this testimony. This is the final battle. Only thing is to present the evidence that he's wrong, I guess. Yep. He's chucking these seeds harder than ever. I better be careful. Come on, Nick. Nail him. Jeez. Slumped over the table as soon as he took one zip. Okay. The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo. Oh, jeez. I knew that! I was just setting the mood. How else am I supposed to build up the suspense, The suspense? Yes, now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more? No. Please continue, Mr. Kudo. As quickly as possible. Alright, now where was I? Yes, the young boy slumped over the table and... Okay, that's not it. The clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. This is probably it. A vase, you say? Yes. There are vases on all of the tables in that place. They're accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over. Well, he's right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. And it's still there. Okay, I don't see anything on the floor. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase? Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define? Okay, I get it. I heard it break, and the sight of it is burned into my memory as clear as day. You heard a okay. There's something... So maybe you did hear something break, but it wasn't the vase. You might not be as useless as you seem. Broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Okay. So where do I point that out? Soaked in water, you mean? Yes. It splashed me on the knee as well. You say you were sitting at a table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet the water still managed to splash onto you? It was cold. I clearly remember it splashing me. Could the water really make it all the way across to the other side of the room? Okay, so the question is, where do I present this? Let's try the first thing. Present. Okay. Yes. I got you! Mr. Kudo. This is a photograph of the crime scene. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there. Intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad? I'm no granddad of yours, Hopscotch. Ow. Oh, ah. Someone protect me, please. Enough. If you throw any more seeds in this court... Ah! What is it now? I just remembered something. Yes? Go on. The broken vase. Haha. It was on my table. What? Oh, well. You see... It started with, it startled me when that young man, lad collapsed. So I stood up, and that must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. Of course. Back to the nursing home, Grandpa. Yep. The vase on your table? Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. I'm glad you're smiling through this. Someone smack that man. Yep. Alright, so I'm just gonna take a second just to adjust this right here. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. Well, you certainly earned your kudos for today. He peed his pants? Yes. What did I just witness? I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Nah! Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember. Bailiff! Escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait! Listen to me! Alright. So that is the end of Mr. Kudo. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. I think that's a good point to stop. And I assume after this, we will either stop the trial or pull out another witness, maybe? But we'll have to do that next time. Thanos snap. Also, I'm surprised you didn't notice. Oh, I see. Alright. So for now, I'll place on my schedule. So I stream Fridays, Mondays, 2 times each day. Today is Mystery Monday, so in approximately 4 hours from now, I'll be playing some Salmon Max, The Devil's Playhouse. Then on Friday, we'll continue with some Final Fantasy IX and Dave the Diver. Saturday, some Project Zomboid on Stable 42 and Omari. Sunday, some Hitman World of Assassination. Ow. And The Long Dark. And we'll continue more Phoenix Wright next Mystery Monday for earlier stream. Ow. Alright, so I think that's it. So thank you for coming. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you again. Alrighty.